There's good news tonight. So often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. These are just some of those stories this week. Talk about a special delivery. That's beloved UPS driver Ricky McWoods, retiring after 42 years on the job.
I'll miss you guys more. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Neighbors on his route in Missouri celebrating him, so grateful for his decades-long dedication.
They can make or break us, and these people have made me.
And there were these cheers for Kaylee Banuelos. She had to miss her own high school graduation because of a recent leukemia diagnosis. So, staff at Texas Health Harris Methodist Hospital threw her a party to mark the milestone. It's a moment Kaylee and her mom, Brandy, will always cherish.
It was a beautiful moment, and I was very grateful to each and every one of them who put that together for her.
They all just started cheering for me, and I felt so empowered in that moment.
Ethan Michael Walker.
When Ethan Walker got his diploma from Grosbeck High School near Waco, he was surprised with his very own cheering section. Take a look. More than a dozen Texas state troopers showed up to support him after Ethan's own trooper dad died in the line of duty. For Ethan, these folks are now family, walking him through life's big moments. And here's a little boy who's getting a new lease on life thanks to his preschool teacher.
She's a perfect match.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is the moment Carissa Fisher showed up with a life-saving surprise for Ezra Tozek and his mom, Karen.
This Carissa has a liver for you.
Ezra, who's had health issues all his little life, needs a new liver.
I'm gonna share my liver with you, buddy.
And Miss Carissa told them she's donating part of her own. How do you, Karen, thank Carissa?
There aren't words. I can't. There's no way to express our gratitude. And we cry and we laugh and we smile. It's just incredible.
An incredible act of kindness, making a huge impact for the rest of his life. What kind of person would do that? What kind of person are you, Carissa? Why would you do this?
I am a helper, and knowing him was just a huge bonus for us. And so it's going to be nice to be able to see him grow up and he can make another difference in the world somehow.
There's good news tonight. So often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. These are just some of those stories this week.
Surprise!
This was the moment beloved Connecticut school custodian Bill Krajewski found out just how much he means to students at Quaker Hill Elementary. There they are, honoring the man they call Mr. Bill for making a spot as a top finalist in the National Custodian of the Year Award.
Great job. That's for you.
I love Mr. Bill because he's kind and caring.
I love Mr. Bill because he takes out the trash.
I love Mr. Bill because he's a real cool guy.
I'm elated. I mean, all the dedication from the kids and parents and the whole community is just overwhelming.
Oh my God!
And here's a graduation surprise for one of the WNBA's brightest new stars. That's Seattle Storm player Nika Muir. And when she couldn't make it to her own UConn commencement, her new teammates stepped in and brought the graduation to her.
I present to you Nika Muir, Storm Class of 2024.
Near Tampa, there was more to this milestone for high school grad Faith Brown.
We have a special surprise for you! What?
That's her big sister, Abigail, who's in the Navy and wasn't expected at the ceremony.
Oh my God!
Tears of joy for the two, who hadn't seen each other in more than a year.
Oh my God!
Graduates from North Atlanta High School said their farewells to the elementary school students with this special ceremony. Jude Hamilton was one of them. Watch what happens next. There's his favorite teacher from kindergarten, Kelly Loren, there to wish him well after all those years.
Why was that hug so important to you?
Okay, you're gonna make me cry. Jude has always been so important. I mean, I've taught so many kids. I love them all, but there's something different about Jude.
An educator and student inspiring each other with lessons that will last a lifetime.
You're heading off to college, and there is this extraordinary teacher who, when you were 5 years old, saw in you something that mattered to her.
What I'm going to take from Miss Loren's class is that I'm always going to be caring. I'm always going to look around with wonder. And I'm always going to pass on that excitement and that enthusiasm to the next person.
There's good news tonight about spending time with the people we love and the father and son who took family bonding to new heights, 30,000 feet to be exact. These co-pilots making each other laugh and making memories of a lifetime.
You know, when you look over and there's your kid sitting in the right seat of your airplane, it's just like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Tom and Eric Lake aren't just co-workers, they're father and son.
We talk almost every day, usually about flying or something, you know, or something that's going on in our lives. We're a really close family.
A family grounded in love, but never grounded. Tom teaching Eric how to fly when he was growing up. Eric following in his father's footsteps, joining the Air Force at 25. And when Eric flew his first flight as a pilot for Delta in 2018, guess who was at the controls with him? Since then, the two spending more than 500 hours together in the sky. This was on Memorial Day, and they flew on Christmas. Eric even turning down a promotion so he could remain his dad's co-pilot.
I just decided, hey, I'm gonna stick with him and fly with him and have that experience.
Did you ever look over and just think, that's really my dad in the cockpit next to me?
I really did. I really cherished it because I knew, you know, that this was going to come to an end at some point.
That point came this month when Tom retired after 34 years with Delta Airlines. Eric wanted to make sure it was a day his dad would never forget.
Thank you for making it special.
Passengers and crew members thanking Tom for his service.
Thank you for your service.
A water cannon salute to send him off. And the most meaningful tribute, 6 years after Tom flew in Eric's first flight in the cockpit, his son joining his dad on his last.
Everybody was there, and it's just, I was like, my God, this is all for me, you know? I'm just an old Delta pilot, just moving on. They made it so special that it was the greatest day of my aviation career.
Eric, how does your dad inspire you?
He is the best pilot that I've ever known. I think if I can even do half of what he's done, I think I'm doing something right.
Looks like they are both doing something right. The Beatles touching down in New York City 60 years ago. As the most popular band on the planet. A dream come true for one teenage fan, skipping school to send this message to her Fab Four fave.
And Paul McCartney, if you are listening, Adrian from Brooklyn loves you with all her heart. Even when I'm 105 and an old grandmother, I love him.
A film clip long forgotten, long before there was such a thing as a viral video. But then, a couple weeks ago, this happened.
Hey, Adrian, it's Paul. Listen, I saw your video. I'm in Brooklyn now. I'm in New York. I finally got here. We got an exhibition, photo exhibition. Come along and see it.
Paul McCartney giving that Adrian a social media shout out, inviting her to his new Beatlemania exhibit at the Brooklyn Museum. But who was Adrian from Brooklyn? Turns out her family saw that Paul shout out.
Hey, Sir Paul,
I hear you're looking for our mother.
Adrian from Brooklyn was Adrienne D'Onofrio, and while she passed away in 1992, this new chapter in her Beatles fandom is a special new memory for her 4 kids.
I'm going to be emotional. The favorite thing about my mom was that she was my friend. She was the best mother. Mm-hmm.
When we saw Paul McCartney call out, "Hey, Adrian from Brooklyn," we were like, okay, this is a sign from my mom.
And that's how she played her music.
A mom described by her daughters, Nicole and Ursula, as larger than life.
What do you guys think of these hairstyles?
Now, on Mother's Day, the family thrilled to share her story with the world.
She'd be jumping up and down. She'd be like, "Oh my God, it's me, Adrian."
She always had music in the background, especially the Beatles, dancing around the house. She was fun. She was caring. She was amazing as a mom.
And Paul McCartney, if you are listening, Adrian from Brooklyn loves you with all her heart.
Millions have now seen it, bringing back joyful memories of the mom who opened her heart and home to everyone, and where music always took center stage.
All you need is love, and you'll get through everything.
Yes.
All you need is love.
Yeah, that's the way she was.
There's good news tonight. You know, so often the good news just doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday, we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. These are just some of those stories this week.
We would like your help in helping Xavier, Joel.
Something special happened aboard a Frontier Airlines flight this week. Take a look. It's a graduation celebration for little Xavier Joel from Orlando, Florida. He had to miss his kindergarten commencement, so the crew marked the moment with photos and a walk down the aisle in his cap and gown. For his mom, Jay, well, that kindness had her heart sore.
It was very emotional. I felt so happy for him. That amount of kindness that was shown to him, you know, it restored my faith in humanity.
There was a surprise, too, for graduate Malik Hurd at the University of West Georgia.
Malik, there's a lot of people here this arena, but one special guest has shown up all the way from Kosovo.
He gets his diploma, then stops in shock when he sees his military mom traveled more than 5,000 miles from her deployment in Kosovo just to make his day. And here's another military reunion that brought us to tears.
Come on, me.
That's 19-year-old Janio Chaka falling into the arms of his mom, Jacqueline.
He's right there.
Janio just finished his grueling Army basic combat training, the first in his family to enlist. Mom and Dad absolutely overwhelmed with joy and pride. And talk about teamwork. Ohio soccer superfans Haitham El Hodiri and Heidi Baxter were VIP guests at a recent Columbus Crew game. Heidi, honored for donating her kidney to Haitham last year after he got sick and needed a transplant. They were total strangers until she heard about him from other Columbus Crew fans. The two even watched the game together in the hospital, sparking a friendship they say will last a lifetime.
How do you thank someone like her?
It's impossible to put into words. We hug a lot. We cry a little. But we're mostly really happy to see each other, and I'm so grateful.
The Columbus Crew family throwing them this party they will never forget.
Does that change you in any way?
It brings our community closer together. It's just that, I mean, again, it's hard to put in words, but that faith in humanity is through the roof.
I've really come to consider that helping others with what we can is so important. There's no other word than overwhelming. Our community has really come to hold us, to embrace us through this journey.
There's good news tonight. Often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad, so every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. Jose Diaz-Balart has just some of those stories this week.
Come up here, Charlie.
When sports legend Deion Sanders comes calling, you know that's something special.
What about a scholarship?
The Colorado Buffaloes coach honoring junior running back Charlie Offerhall with a full athletic scholarship. Charlie also named the team's spring player, celebrating with players, his parents, and of course, Coach Prime. And talk about a promposal. Iowa high school junior Annie Schlarman got a dozen friends who all decided to take her out on prom night. Together, they celebrated an evening full of fun, including ice cream and even axe throwing. For her and Mom Sue, that invite and inclusion meant the world.
I just always hoped that she'd have these types of experiences. And so as a parent, especially of a child with a disability, it just brought me so much joy.
It was an incredible moment to me.
And there's a baby boom at the Sheriff's Department in Boone County, Kentucky. That's Deputy and first-time dad Brennan Dills with his new baby girl. But he's not the only one. Deputy Christian Foster's a new dad too. And so is Jacob Bolton. But get a load of this. They're just a few of the more than a dozen law enforcement parents to welcome little ones in the last year or so. And caps off to this new Golden Gate University graduate, Marielos Woods. This mom of two finally getting her associate's degree in general education after years of hard work and putting family first. It wasn't just Marielos who was feeling pride. Take a look at the emotional reaction from her 6-year-old son, Leo, who was sitting with Dad, Will.
Oh, no, Bubba, what's wrong?
I love my mom. It's happy tears, Dad.
Oh, my goodness. Really happy tears?
It is.
What was it like for you to see that?
Amazing.
I was able to show my kids that hard work pays off.
It's happy tears, Dad.
But seeing that Leo got to understand why I was sacrificing time away from them, it just makes the whole thing worth it.
Marielos, are you about to reach the peak of your American dream?
Yes, I think so. All of my dream involves doing the best I can for my kids and for my family.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.